In this series we will see the agreement between Skibidi Toilets and Astro Toilets. Tragic death of cameraman in a red shirt. And a whole warehouse of things stolen from Alliance members. Stay to see everything in detail together. Part 2 of episode 70 continues in the elevator. The 5 agents continue up the elevator. Finally we see who was knocking from above. This is the cameraman twin. Although no, the Skibidi toilet in a ski mask holds him like bait. We previously saw this toilet in episode 26. Cameraman, who is thrown onto the floor of the elevator, has a bomb attached to it, which explodes almost immediately and makes a huge hole in the floor of the elevator. Such smooth edges are obtained. The Skibidi toilet that jumped down to us has obviously been significantly upgraded since our last meeting. It now has acid cannons, tentacles, and a self-destruct timer. He grabs one of the 5 agents. And the agent heroically sacrifices himself, dragging the Skibidi toilet with him into the elevator shaft. There are 4 people left in the team of agents: Knife Speaker Man, Cameraman in a red shirt and a regular cameraman. The series is filmed from the perspective of Plungerman. The elevator loses its stability and is about to fall. Knife Speaker Man transports 2 agents one by one. Plungerman refuses to he spikes into the wall like an experienced climber and, crawling to the floor above, defiantly pushes Speakerman's hand away. I wonder how long Plungerman is going to be offended? Although, it's been a week for us. And they just see how this happened in episode 69. Knife Speaker Man then closed the door on the fleeing cameraman. But the problem is that if he had not closed the door in front of Michael Jackson Skibidi's very nose, then all the agents would have died. A cameraman in a red shirt uses a tablet to look where to go and then very quickly leads the team somewhere, opening the necessary doors and running through the corridors as if he had already been here. We are shown that Plungerman is equipped with night vision. And only thanks to this we can at least see something in the pitch darkness. The floor the agents ended up on is dangerous. There are Skibidi Toilets guards scurrying around everywhere. We are shown the wonders of restoring the cameraman suit. I wonder if this is a bug or a feature. It seems to me that this is an accident. But it looks funny how the coat closes the hole on its own. Later she will return to her place, but will continue to change her location. The agents run to some room, on the way to which we see the inscription, Test Lab C-33A, on the wall. The room into which the surviving members of the Alliance resort looks like some kind of artifact storage. Here we see many items that Skibidi stole from the Alliance. For example, the spider camera gun from episode 13. Hanging from the ceiling is the lost hand of the Titan cameraman from series 65, and below it is part of the Titan cameraman 1.0 jetpack. We also see a knife, a tentacle. On the right is one of the Titan Speakerman speakers. There are glasses hanging on the counter nearby. But the most interesting things await us on the table and wall. On the table we find some paper with photographs of Skibidi Scientist and Astro Skibidi. The words on it are meaningless, even though they are written in the style of the Greek alphabet. This is probably some kind of power-sharing agreement between Skibidi and Astro Skibidi. There is also a book about TVmen on the table. It was probably from this book that Skibidi Toilets learned about all the technologies of TVmen and learned how to use them. There is a poster on the wall with a photo of 5 scientists and a fuck. The inscription reads Alpha Hills Labs gets new administrator. Government-sponsored underground laboratory assigned new administrator. Details and reasons on the deal remain in secrecy. The date is also indicated, February 7, 1979. The poster is actually quite strange. It's more like the headline of a news article. Who needed to print this and why? Somehow far-fetched. But the date is interesting. 1979 is almost 45 years ago. This fits well with the assessments of individual YouTubers that the war with Skibidi Toilets has been going on for 30 years or more. YouTubers' estimates were based on the time it takes for a human corpse to decompose into a skeleton, about 30 years. Also February 7, 2023 is the date when the first episode of Skibidi Toilets was published. That is, we are gradually getting closer to solving many mysteries. But there are still many unknowns. Why was a new administrator needed? What did people develop in this laboratory and how did Skibidi Toilets take over it? And in general, what are Skibidi Toilets? Is this extraterrestrial intelligence or the development of this laboratory? My guess is that Skibidi Toilets are the result of a failed design by the scientists in that lab. Perhaps scientists became the first toilets and that's why we have the Skibidi scientist. It is also likely that Defuck, as the administrator of the laboratory, managed to find a way to escape and create alliance representatives to oppose the toilets. They didn't originate on their own, did they? But where did toilets get a book about TVmen? Are there traitors in the ranks of the alliance? Then suddenly, from behind a blue container at the entrance, a Skibidi toilet with huge tentacles and a TV screen appears. We already saw he in episode 42 and he has been greatly improved since then. He grabs cameraman in a red shirt and hits him on the floor with all his might. Then the TV screen turns on and we see the words "End yourself" appear before Plungerman's eyes. That is, this is an order to the person looking at the screen to commit suicide. So this is what Skibidi Toilets affected by Titan TVmen see before they die. As we remember, speaker men are not affected by radiation. Therefore, the only unhypnotized agent remains Knife Speaker Man. And he immediately rushes to the aid of first a simple agent cameraman, then Plungerman. And only after that Plungerman puts on the lens. I have a lot of questions. First of all, how long can you be angry at Knife Speaker Man? He appears before us as an extremely rational hero who does everything to win. I hope that Plungerman will finally calm down and stop fighting with his ally. And secondly, seriously? Why couldn't you walk with the lens right away? Why take it off at all? It seems very stupid to me that the agents went down to the laboratory and did not immediately use all means of self-defense, without waiting for incidents. Very, very stupid. As a result, the usual cameraman still dies, he tears off his own head. And all the attention of the Skibidi toilet is aimed at destroying the Knife Speaker Man. Plungerman smashes Skibidi's screen and throws darts at his eyes. This blinds the toilet and allows the agents to finish him off. Of the 5 agents, only 2 survived. However, I think cameraman in the red shirt did not die and the engineers will be able to repair him. So we will see more of him in the next episodes. Plungerman takes away the door control panel in the laboratory. And the tablet with the diagrams and access to the laboratory cameras is obviously broken. Knife Speaker Man and Plungerman choose from the storage the weapons that suit them, a knife, a spear, headphones and a jetpack. And without much delay they open the doors and rush somewhere further. Which is strange again. They didn't really think through what happened and what to do next. For some reason, Plungerman decided that he knew what was best. I think they are flying further in search of the Skibidi scientist. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate your likes, comments and subscriptions.